Hello, friends. It's old Uncle Larry, just checking in on a Thursday. No session today, but I do have a little gig tonight. I'm playing again with my old buddy Leroy Powell at this place called The Underdog in Nashville. I'm gonna sit in and play a little, play some tunes with him tonight. If you guys are bored, come out and hang out. Hang out with Uncle Larry. But man, I took my kids to school. I was just this morning. I've been watching. The last couple of days, I've been watching a lot of Leonard Skinner videos on YouTube. Sort of documentaries and things. Just it's no secret on my channel how much I fucking love Leonard Skinner. I've put up several videos in the past where I play their riffs and talk about their tunes and things like that. And my buddy Ryan Williams, hey Ryan, he just sent me a video of him doing a cover of Poison Whiskey. He's the guy that mixed the Trip to Witch album. He introduced me and Dean, really. And but we always talk about how much we love Skinner and stuff. And and there's just so many things to love about Skinner. And I feel like it's a very commonly misunderstood band. The pre-plane crash era. When Ronnie was alive. I mean, they were probably like the tightest band. I mean, the most well-rehearsed band in rock history, if you think about it. I mean, maybe AC/DC might be a close second. I remember Mutt Lange telling me one time when I worked with him that he had never seen a band as tight as AC/DC. The way every single take they played was perfect. And I feel the same way about Leonard Skinner. I mean, they were so well-rehearsed and they worked out their parts so immaculately that you can just hear it on the records. I mean, those double leads where they're both lead guys are playing this unison parts. So I've been thinking about showing you a couple things. I could just play you some clips of certain Skinner tunes. I just want to tell you some crazy things here. You don't have to go watching a bunch of plane crash videos. Let's talk about the music. You know what this is called when you do this, guys? You take a note and then you bend a whole step below up to match the note. What's that called? Guitar players. It's called a unison bend, okay? When you take two notes and bend them into unison. Amazing how many people I work with in the studio that know what that sounds like, but they don't know what it's called. They go, do that thing where you, and they'll say things like, that thing where you, I'm like, what? And then it turns out that's what they're looking for. Everybody loves that sound, but a lot of people don't even know what it's called. But it's a very devilish sound. And Skinner used it to great effect. Not only one guy doing that, but they'd have two guys doing it, and it makes it even more devilish. It's like Gary Rossington and Alan Collins had this thing where they would, I call it like the Hounds of Hell. They would do these overbends on notes, like where they would bend up a step and a half, and you'd have two guitars doing it, and it's just so evil sounding, and it's just wicked, wicked, wicked. I'll play a couple examples of it. It's one of my favorite of the many things I love about Skinner. Let's go to a second album, track called Working for MCA. You've heard it. Great lyric about Ronnie wrote about, let's get some shit straight here, Mr. Record Man, if we're gonna sign this record deal. All right, dig this. Right on the intro. Ronnie's best vocals ever too. Jesus, man, the intensity and the way the hi-hat is just cooking through the intro. And instead of taming it down when he gets to the verse, he just stays with that open sloshy hat. Dig that, man. So rock. right there, killing it. And there's another just devilish, I even wrote down the times, devilish bend here at 4:14 in the solo. Some wicked soloing on this track. You know, they were like prog in a sense. Their solo sections were so worked out and elaborate. And what was going on behind the solos was crazier than the solos themselves. I'm gonna start at 4:03 and dig what he gets into about it. 4:14. This is his bend. I mean, that is sick. First one right here. So the song's in the key of B, right? He's all like taking that root note. We've talked about this in some past episodes. Tony Iommi used to do this too. Take the root note and bend the shit out of it. It's just, when you got two guitars doing it, it is the Hounds of Hell, boy. And it is such a powerful effect. Absolutely love it. And here's another great example of the Hounds of Hell, Skinner style, in Poison Whiskey, in the solo. Poison Whiskey was the most rockin' track on their first album. The track is insane. There's so much great interplay going on in this thing. Right about 128 in, he gets into some solo shit. Check this out. Great, the way the solo opens is so nasty, man. Check this out. That creates, you know, the sort of like, whoa, what the fuck's going on here, you know? Because then when he resolves it up to the root note, it's just so satisfying. Let's hear that again. God damn. Back it up a little bit. Some blues licks, but he's up a whole step from where, you know, normal G minor blues would be. He's like, so man, another great example of the Hounds of Hell. I named it that. That's my name for it. Here's another one. All right, let's go to I Ain't the One. Same album, okay? Dig this. Not only is there Hounds of Hell happening in the solo, but listen to what is going on behind the solo. If this video gets canceled because I'm playing a bunch of Skinner songs, I get it. But anybody that saw it before it got pulled is going to dig it. So I Ain't the One, opening track on the album. Cool reverse cymbal effect. Good hook. Now let's go to 148. Check out this shit. It's going. Listen to this solo. Great solo, but forget the solo and listen to what's going on behind the solo. How detailed all the shit that's happening behind the solo is, like, and how long it must have took them to work this out. Okay, check this out. This is called rehearsal, kids. Working and working. 7 dudes united in one cause, man. Check it out.
I think it's time for me to move along. I'll turn. Time for me to put my best out in the street.
Ed King on bass, sick lick. Never the same. They always had these bizarre measures in their songs where, like, it's not 4. They would always do these weird groups of 3 beats, 5 beats, because they were so damn tight. They just felt things together. Listen to the end of the solo. Like, what it gets away from 4/4. I have no idea what the hell's going on here. Check it out. They all come back in perfectly together. I mean, how do you explain that shit right there? I mean, so there's all this debate, you know. My whole life I've been here. Who is a better band, Allman Brothers or Skinner? You know, I probably shouldn't say this. I love the Allman Brothers, man. I love them. Big fan. So don't kill me, but I always just thought these guys killed them personally. I just think they had better songs. I mean, Allman Brothers had some great songs. Don't get pissed. But these guys had better tunes, and they were way better, way tighter, more rehearsed, more planned out. Everybody had a job, and man, they were driven by the iron fist of Ronnie Van Zant, man. All these documentaries I've watched, you know, it's like Ronnie had a big hand in who played what on guitar and the way they played it. He would sing them melodies that he heard in his head. They were great guitar players to begin with, and I think he had a really great sense of melody and a really great sense of, like, let's just not just play a solo. Let's play a solo that nobody will forget. That was what he was looking for. Talked about it in several interviews. And man, I get it. Play this. If you write a kick-ass solo, why would you ever play something else? If it's such a part of the song. Let's do one more thing, because this is going to get too long, and I'm going to show you some. One last thing about how weird some of the transitions in these tunes were. Let's go to the song we all know, Saturday Night Special, right? You've heard it a million times. Great song, great lyric, unbelievable track. Okay, but dig this, okay? Check out this timing, okay? You guys are so damn tight.
1, 2.
Quick 4/4, right? Of course. Right, cool. Bar 3, just out of nowhere. And then on the first turnaround, just all of a sudden. Great slapback on the guitars. synthesizer shit. So creepy. Just a random bar of 3 out of nowhere. And then there's another part in the song where they have a random bar of 5 later in the tune. It's just, and it seems so natural. It doesn't sound like a trick, you know? It's just incredible. What a band. Man, what a band. All right, so that's about it for today. Just for anybody, I know you guys know how great Skinner is, but if you don't get it, you might want to think twice about it, okay? All right, guys. Have a good day. Uncle Larry, over and out.